New York Rangers. Last season ended. They did not qualify. They were 5th in the East. They made a valiant effort but couldn't get there. They're bringing in a new head coach in Gerard Gallant, also forward Barclay Goodrow, forward Sammy Blais, and forward Ryan Reeves to get some toughness in there. They traded Pavel Buchnevich to St. Louis. Their cup odds are 22-1. The Rangers were very close to a playoff spot last year. I think with Shesterkin, this guy's fucking dynamite. If he can play up to his potential and stay injury-free, 100%, I got the Rangers in the playoffs this year.
They're much like Columbus to me with having two young, good studs in net. Is it Georgiev, the other guy, the backup?
Yep.
Their top four are incredible with Adam Fox leading the way. And guys, like, they have enough stars up front to get it done. And then you just talked about the depth that they added. If Lafreniere and Kaapo Kakko end up coming out of their shell and becoming what we think that they're going to be, this team is going to be fucking dangerous. And I know I said that, who did I have as most improved? I kept harping on it.
Team or player?
With Chicago. I had Chicago as most improved team over the offseason with the additions. With the potential for some of their guys in their own lineup and organization already to elevate their play, they're another team I could see as being the most improved. 100% I think they make playoffs. If not, I think the fucking owner's going to blow the whole team up. So they have to make playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't make playoffs. Gallant was gone after 1 year. This guy's that Nolan's fucking nuts, buddy. He fired the GM after all the unbelievable moves he made. Who was it? Gorton? Jeff Gorton?
Yep.
Yeah, their old GM.
This guy doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's a billy goat. He'll wear sneakers with suits. He doesn't give a shit.
Patrick Nemeth, another defenseman I forgot to mention, they brought in over this season. They signed.
He'll be like that Davis guy from Oakland, just going to P.F. Chang's every day. The billionaire.
Terrible haircut.
Unreal bowl cut. So they brought in toughness, right? The addition of Reeves. Now, I think there was a lot of people who didn't like the Buchnevich trade because of how good he was. And remember when I thought he was Anisimov shooting the gun, even though that was like 15 years
He was. He turned
earlier.
into him.
Yeah, exactly. But I still think that this team is right on the cusp of playoffs. So I have a tough time, right? I have Columbus and the Islanders, Carolina and the Islanders, no doubt getting in from this division. The next two spots, I think it's between the Rangers, Philly, and there's four, right? There's two spots for the Rangers, Philly, Pittsburgh, and Washington, and I'm having a hard time deciding who I think is going to be the other two. But the Rangers, in terms of the young production, that's so important. Like, Zibanejad and Panarin are going to produce. You know that.
Yep.
So Strome's been great there since he's been. But then you look at, like, this Kravtsov. He's going to get a chance, the Russian. And you also wonder, so if I'm looking at, like, Gaudreau and the way he played for Tampa, you got to understand, like, you're not really getting much offense there, but can he bring the same type of third-line energy, right? Like, I've seen lineups. He's like playing with that Philippe Hedl, and it's like I don't know where he fits in on that in the lineup, but it certainly shouldn't be like in an offensive role. So, Biz, you said it, Kaapo Kakko and Lafreniere, if they can step up, and I think Lafreniere's shown a lot more than Kakko. Like, I think he could kind of explode this year. Kakko's the question mark, but I also like the two goalies too. So they got the Russian Shesterkin and Georgiev, and we'll see what goes on, but I can't give you a yes or no in the playoffs yet. I don't know. Fuck. There's 4 teams for 2 spots.
That's why I mentioned those young guys kind of, you got Trouba probably making a little bit too much, and you got some of these guys on these bigger deals, but they're fortunate enough where they do have these younger guys. Like Adam Fox, I think, is going to make $950 this year. So he kind of offsets Trouba as far as what he's making. And you look at a guy like Gaudreau, who everyone's like, oh, gross overpayment. But that's where they needed to get better. That's where they needed to take some pressure off those, the top lines. So, especially with Kreider as well. I mean, he's a proven guy who's going to get you 40, 50 points. And, yeah, I
got him playoffs.
Oh,
I got
you, Biz?
I got him
100% I got him in the playoffs.
Gee.
Or everybody's going to fucking get canned.
Biz, Keandre Miller's another guy, too, that's not making a ton of money, young guy, and I think he's going to do awesome this season.
They got like 4 or 5 guys on like entry-level type deals who can make really big impacts. That's going to be the biggest question mark for me. And I think that they're going to be able to do it because they do have that high-end talent that can take the pressure off them. And you saw Lafreniere, excel a lot in the second half of that season last year. And I mean, Kaapo Kakko, from at least the game sheets that I've seen so far in preseason, do I put a ton of stake in it? No. But at some point, this guy's got to come out of his shell.
I do have them making the playoffs, RA, and I think Capo Caco puts up 30 this year.
All right, so me
30 goals.
I do.
Wow. So us three do think they're in. Whitney doesn't.